Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. It was a goalless night at the Nilton Santos, and it wasn't for lack of trying. Botafogo tried and tried and tried and attacked Vitoria from Bahia and just couldn't get the goal. So much so that their goalkeeper, Lucas Arcanjo, was elected best player of the match. I mean, some of the saves that he had, especially the save at the very end when Cuiabano went in for the header and just a pure reflex save. And it was unbelievable save. I mean, honestly, an unbelievable save from Lucas Arcanjo. Plus all the opportunities from the first half and hitting the post two or three times this match. So sometimes the ball just doesn't go in, man. But the positives from this game is the offensive of volume that Botafogo continues to have and the offensive chances that Botafogo continues to create. But not everything is positive. There's a lot of times that I felt tonight that the players felt pressured. The players felt rushed, like they were trying to make things happen, but it just wasn't doing it. And that led to um, not making the run when you were supposed to, or not making the right pass, or making the pass too early, or making the pass too late, or taking a shot on goal where you should have just kept possession of the ball. So those things that Davide Ancelotti he has to fix. He has to work a little bit more, and I think that's also a lack of having time to work and be able to impose more of his ideas, impose more of his philosophy, and that comes with time. It was a match that we could have won, and if we had won, we would have been in fourth or fifth. And right now we're in sixth. We're probably going to continue to stay in sixth place, but we could have gotten a lot closer to first place, which has 27 points. Remember, before the World Cup, Botafogo was almost 10 points, apart from first place, and now we're down to 5 points. It could have been down to 3 or 4 points, but live and learn. At least the first place team, which is Flamengo, lost to Santos today by a goal by Neymar, which it makes me happy to see Neymar do well. I'm always going to be a national team fan, and Neymar being healthy is a good thing. And there's no better time for him to find his flair than playing against Flamengo and score and doing that. And speaking of national team striker Igor Jesus was at the Nilton Santos tonight to say goodbye to the supporters. He was at the field. He received a plaque, and he got pretty emotional. He cried a little bit on the field. He gave an interview to Botafogo TV that this is the end of his first run at the club, but there'll be a second run later on. Again, players kind of they always say that, but hopefully one day Igor Jesus can return to Botafogo in good form, to be able to provide like he provided for us for this past year. And speaking of Igor Jesus, if you missed it yesterday, I did an exclusive interview with Igor alongside Wolfie from Forest Fan TV. We talked to Igor for about 20 minutes to get what his thoughts were on the move and to help him communicate with the Forest fans. I was basically his translator, and then I got to ask him a question at the end. So if you haven't seen that, please go make sure. So if you haven't seen that, make sure you go into my videos and check that out. I just posted it yesterday morning, I believe. So pretty cool, and it's very cool for Ego to be able to agree to it and do it. So speaking of more goodbyes, tonight was Gregory's last match for Botafogo, and according to some of the news that came out in the press, the club is already looking for possible replacements. At first, the news was that the club was not going to look for replacements, that they were okay with what they had, in the squad, and they were not going to sign somebody. But now, a day after that, the news are a little bit different, that maybe perhaps Botafogo will go and look for a player and to play that position, to come in and fill Gregory's shoes, which will be very hard to do. Gregory's a one-of-a-kind player, so he will be missed in all senses. When he played for us, he honored the shirt. So nothing but good praises, high praises for Gregory, which was the guy that scored the goal of the 2024 Brasileirão title. Now, speaking of transfers, Botafogo is after Gonçalo Borges, which is a right winger, right mid, left winger from Porto, FC Porto. He is seen as a very fast player, a player that is very good on one-on-one. He likes to dribble. He's good at dribbling, but a lot of Porto fans said that his last pass, his last decision making and finishing is not the greatest. He's had troubles. He's had issues with scoring goals for Porto and for finishing the play, whether it's a shot on goal or a pass or an assist or a cross. So we will see. We will see what happens. I trust in the scouting department, and you can see that we've been doing very well with Montoro. My God, what a player! Caio. Again, I'm gonna say this again. Caio Fernando, Caio, aka Caio Pantaleão. What a player! What a center back this guy is. This guy's a monster. Pantaleão is a monster. He's so good. He's tall. He's fast. He's strong. I didn't see him lose any challenges or any challenges at all. Again, great signing. So, track record of the club, of the scouting department is good. They're the ones that brought Gregory. They're the ones that brought Igor Jesus. They're the ones that brought Luis Henrique and Almada and all this. So, and then speaking of Thiago Almada, he got signed on to Atletico Madrid. So Thiago Almada was sold to Atletico Madrid for 40 million euros. Don't forget, this is double of what Botafogo paid for him, or paid more or less, because apparently Botafogo hasn't really actually paid for the player just yet. But yeah, Thiago Almada coming in, I guess, to replace DePaul as he's leaving Atletico Madrid to play for Inter Miami. And then this is a confirmed sign, is Jordan Barrera. It's a Colombian right winger, or left winger, actually, center attacking mid. A young guy. He is seen as Colombia's gems. He's been called the next Luis Diaz, which is, if it's true, it's great, because Luis Diaz is one hell of a player. If Jordan is anything like that, then we're in for a good time. Watching the matches. Jordan is. I've seen some of his plays. He's a very good dribbler. He's always looking for the one-on-one. But the thing is, he concludes a lot of the plays that he does. So I'm interested to see. He's already at the Lonia. He's already training with his teammates, Botafogo and Barranquilla. They have already, got all the financial guarantees that the club wanted. It's done. It's completed. Jordan Barrera is the new Botafogo forward/winger. If you gotten here so far, please leave a like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video, because it does help. And speaking of helping, if you are looking for Botafogo gear like this one, and Botafogo gear like the home shirt that you can get it through Foot Fanatics, the home shirt will not have the sponsor. I got this one with the sponsor through Reebok's US website. But if you want to get any kind of Botafogo gear, if it's shorts, if it's mugs, if it's jerseys, if it's training jerseys, if it's just regular houseware shirts that you can wear. I wear Botafogo shirts all the time, and most of them ones that I got from Foot Fanatics, to go to the grocery store or to sit at home and to watch games, record videos, all the time. So if you want to go to Foot Fanatics and use the code Glorious10, because it tells them who sent you over there, and continue to support the channel through supporting the club by getting some Botafogo gear yourself.